Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and today we're going to be talking about seasons. As most of you know, we have war bonds, which is the traditional, seasonal kind of currency, but originally in the files there were up to 3 seasons found, which is about 9 months of content, and those got turned into war bonds, but that means there's a lot of content that is coming to the future of the game, and we're going to go over that today. Likely it's going to include new enemies, such as the Illuminate faction that's coming, that could be secretly ruled by Sneako. Believe me, it'll make sense later. And we can also be looking forward to, with 9 months of content, possibly even more enemy factions. Have you guys ever heard of bamboo wizards? Well, strap in because, well, we're gonna go over it today. But without further ado, and a shout out to Glazer, let's get into today's topic. So, Helldivers 2 has taken an interesting route when it comes to seasonal content. As most of you know, we get war bonds, and they do release about once a month, but that wasn't always going to be the case. In fact, Iron Sight's one of the most notable data miners out there, by the way, happy birthday, dude, went ahead and let us know that there were certain seasons, in fact, one called Seasons of Liberty, and it had different armors and progression systems, as you can see here, which is quite different from the traditional war bond system we had. In fact, there was a post that showed up some images where you could buy some weapons specifically with super credits. There were super sales, there were different armor rarities and recolors. Now obviously this was not the route they decided to go. That being said, Iron Sights gave us some pretty interesting information, such as that season 1 was called the Trial War, and that there was up to 3 seasons worth of content that was stored in the game files, meaning that even though they went into war bonds, which now traditionally release at 1 month, a season, which if we look at any other live service game, let's take Apex Legends for example, lasts around 3 months or so, means that there is about 9 months worth of content planned in the file that they have been able to go over.
Hello, traveler. Care for a blunt?
This gets pretty interesting because war bonds were originally meant to be seasonal. They had the first 3 seasons planned, as Iron Sight said, and they even had the UI in there. A lot of the stuff for the seasons are still found in the files. It's like they are holding onto it for something, Iron Sight says, but overall he's happy they didn't go with the seasons pass, and I gotta be honest, I kind of agree. I think the war bonds are a pretty interesting idea, but with that idea of each season bringing in something new, we are most likely in season 0 of Helldivers right now, and season 1 will be when the Illuminate come. Now we've seen some cool images right here, like Iron Sights showed us the first eye render that he put out the other day, which I think is absolutely fantastic. There's also some weird images of the eye that have Sneako in front of him. I'm not really sure why. Maybe Sneako is leading the Illuminate. RubDub actually shared this image showing the Meridia black hole, and there are squids in it with Sneako, and the only good thing we can glean from this is if Sneako is somehow involved, well, at least he doesn't know the difference between mags and clips, which should make the fight against the Illuminate pretty easy.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
Now, with the fact that the Illuminate are likely going to be one major faction that we see for one of the planned seasons, and with 2 more additional past that, it makes us wonder what we could see for future enemies after the Illuminate. Well, interestingly enough, Iron Sights does let us know that there are rebels actually found in the files, and Jinx was also nice enough to show me a render that they made using Blender with the assets actually found in Helldivers for Super Earth. So it wouldn't surprise me if at some point in the future of this game, we do get a Rebel faction brought in. It could be a weather event, or it could be a seasonal event that we get in, and a 4th faction could be the Rebels. There was also some talk that players are speculating that they hope to see something like symbiotes, and you never know when you're gonna get a random transmission from the bamboo wizards, which could be a pretty deadly faction if I'm being honest.
Super Earth official news, a Stroman company.
Super Earth has gallantly retaken a planet from the enemy. That's right, fueled by the power of freedom, Super Earth and its elite Helldivers have wrested another.
We interrupt your regular.
Love casting spells. This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government. Legalize nuclear bombs.
But overall, there's still a lot of the galaxy map, and we're waiting for just the Illuminate right now, but it's cool to know that they have at least 9 months worth of content that they have been working on, and that they moved from the seasonal pass to the war bond for cosmetics, but the content as in terms of gameplay mechanics are still planned with a set release date. Let me know down below, do you guys prefer the war bond system, or would you have rather have gotten regular seasonal content like other live service games? Also, what kind of enemy factions would you like to see come to the future of the Helldivers 2 franchise? Also, don't forget to check out these videos right here where I cover more news and information on Helldivers 2, and until next time everyone, thanks for stopping by, and keep spreading democracy.